So yes, the next category is Best Original Screenplay, and the nominations are Noah Baumbach for Marriage Story, Quentin Tarantino for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Han Jin-won and Bong Joon-ho for Parasite, Ryan Johnson for Knives Out, and Christy Wilson Cairns and Sam Mendes for 1917. So for me, for the winner, I think that possibly Knives Out will scoop the prize, but my pick is Marriage Story. I think that is so well written, and so perfectly kind of true to life and things. The reason I think Knives Out will win is just it's a really clever, interesting new story that so many people loved. And if you listen to the podcast, you'll know that it was just too clever for it. But I think that if that won that, I think that'd be really fantastic for it because again, all these others are nominated in lots of other categories. So to see something that isn't would be fantastic.
I should just say Green Book won last year's award. My prediction is Parasite, and my pick is Parasite, but I was really torn between Parasite and Marriage Story because I don't think there's as perfectly written film as those two in a long time. I think they're just both so well written. And Parasite, again, I don't want to spoil much for you, Anna, but just kind of the way that film shifts through different gears and just constantly surprises you and charms you and then horrifies you and just it's so well written. And then Marriage Story, as I've said in this podcast, I kind of gave it a glowing review in my end of year picks. Noam Baumbach really does a fantastic job of balancing out that story and making you feel at the center of it and just emotionally torn throughout. Interestingly, though, Paddy Power have Once Upon a Time in Hollywood as the favorite, which I feel like there are some fantastically written scenes in that, and I'm thinking especially of kind of Leonardo DiCaprio scenes. But I don't think it has the same kind of tension as a lot of Tarantino's best films, and I would be kind of not disappointed, but I'd be certainly surprised if that won, even though it's the bookie's favourite.
For Best Adapted Screenplay, the nominations are Taika Waititi's Jojo Rabbit, Greta Gerwig's Little Women, Stephen Gillian's The Irishman, Todd Phillips and Scott Silver's The Joker, and Anthony McCartan's The Two Popes. Oh, we've got a new film to add to the mix, The Two Popes. I really like that one. And I've got as my prediction Little Women because it's really good. And I'd also say it's my pick, but I think that The Two Popes has to be there because it's just so well adapted. I think the script's really brilliant. It really is a marvel to see kind of the different languages crossed and the kind of seriousness drama, yet the comedy kind of piped into it that's not meant to be comedy, but it is. It is really brilliant. So even though I'd love Little Women to win, and I think they will win, I definitely have The Two Popes in the back of my mind going, we're really good, pick us.
I haven't had a chance to see it yet. When did it come out in the UK?
I'm not sure it's on Netflix. I think it was just before, I think it kind of came out at the same time as Marriage Story.
I have to check that out. Last year's winner was Black Klansman. My prediction is actually Joker. I feel like there are some very well-written, tense scenes in this, and obviously just some very quotable moments that I feel like might just give it kind of the edge. But my pick is Little Women, just to be able to distill that classic story down into a film and to do it in a way that feels really refreshing and modern and does it in almost like a interestingly constructed way as well. Is just major props to Greta Gerwig, and that's actually also the Paddy Power favourite.